Please welcome to the stage North Carolina Faith and Freedom Coalition Ambassador, Dr. Paul Brintley.
Woo-wee! Wow. I have one problem. Jason, y'all know Jason. Y'all ain't gonna like this. To build the anticipation, he said he knocked out the power. Of all people. No, I know what knocked out the power. You know that guy singing the national anthem? That's my son. I want to welcome everybody here this morning. Feels like afternoon after you've been here all night. We've done a lot to get this place ready for you. We wanted to let you know how much we appreciate you and all that you do for the Faith and Freedom Coalition here in North Carolina. So this conference today is for you. How many were in the VIP conference last night? Did y'all have a good time? Wow, we had the $1 million man, he'll be here today. And also we had America's Sheriff, Joe, last night, and it was really good. But this conference today is for you. We want to welcome you all here. We're glad you're here. Look to your neighbor and say, we're glad you're here. We are really glad that you're here. And we want you to enjoy yourself. There's a lot going on today. We're going to have a lot of speakers. And I'm here. I'm one of them. And I wonder, why am I here? How did I get on this stage? You know, I've got some accomplishments. I've started a Subway franchise in Kings Mountain. I was the youngest franchisee ever in the history of America in 1995. That's okay. Then I've opened a Allstate insurance agency, built it to a multi-million-dollar agency. That's pretty good too. And then I started a church from scratch in 2004, and it's 70% white, and I'm the founding pastor. So, but really, none of those things are really that great. I think the reason I'm here on this stage is because in 1985, any Pentecostals here? I knelt down on a Saturday night at an altar. I remember on the right side of the church. I knelt down at an altar in this Pentecostal church, and I had one guy saying, "Hold on." And I had another guy saying, "Let go." I didn't know what to do. But I felt on that night in 1985, it was like I gravitated up to the ceiling and I met Jesus Christ. And that's why I'm on this stage right now. I appreciate Jason Williams, and we connected, and I'm an ambassador for the Faith and Freedom Coalition. I appreciate traveling all over the state and coming to your GOP meetings and your women's meetings and your young Republican meetings and your conservative events. I love that. I really enjoy it, and I thank God for Jason Williams and all that he's doing. And yeah, Jason. But I don't like lying. I don't like untruth. I don't like when people are not clear. And I don't remember, I wasn't there. I was there, but I wasn't there. And my father got this dreaded disease called cancer. And my mom was 8 months pregnant with me. And she already had a 10-year-old and an 8-year-old. 10-year-old brother, he was here last year, and my 8-year-old sister. And there was my brother on the right, and my sister on the left, and my mom standing in a church, and there was my dad in a casket, and she's pregnant with me at 8 months. She had some decisions she had to make. We had a pretty comfortable lifestyle. He was an entrepreneur and a pastor, and they had to leave that environment and move into low-income housing here in Mount Airy, for a matter of fact. And live with my grandfather, and she raised us in that environment. But there was something about my mom that I loved. She was a hard worker. She didn't just let the government come in and tell her, "We're going to give you a welfare check." She didn't just say, give us food and we'll be your husband. She didn't believe any of those lies that the government was telling. And for a matter of fact, she raised us in a godly environment. She worked extra jobs. She worked really hard to make sure we had good education. I went to Duke. I mean, she really worked hard. And I've done a lot of these meetings, and she's never been in any of my meetings and going all over the state. And guess who's here today? Stand up, Mama. I think she did a pretty good job, won't y'all? Being a single parent, now she's married to a great man, Richard McClure, our stepdad. He's doing a lot of great things in helping her, but we grew up single parent home and God helped us. He took care of us. But I mentioned earlier, I don't like lies and untruth, and we have an enemy out here called the devil that was a liar from the beginning. And he's got the government lying, he's got our neighbors lying, and he's got a lot of division. You know, this country was built on unity. This country was built on the faith from the Bible. But we've taken all kind of turns. And the enemy loves that. From the Civil War, he loves division. He loves lies. Then civil rights, lies and divisions and keeping us separated. And then we move from there, and now we have this pandemic. The coronavirus, we don't know who to believe. You hear one media say this, another media say that. We hear all these things, a bunch of lies, always hearing it. And then we got black, we got white, and all these people fighting, and we have the Black Lives Matter movement, and there's some good things about it, there's bad things about it, there's good things here, good things bad, but you don't know what to believe because of the media. And now we have you been vaccinated? Have you been vaccinated? And it's put a divide between us. Do you wear a mask? Do you wear a mask? The enemy loves to keep us divided. So I wrote a book, Black Lives Matter. Because they do, because I don't like untruth. So in this book, I'm exposing all the untruths that's been told to our community. And I have them in the back if you want to get one. All the proceeds go to the Faith and Freedom Coalition today. And so, but I wrote this book on the premise of I don't like lies. I want to hear the truth. And you being here today lets me know that you want to be the salt and the light in your community. Not to divide your community, but to be salty. I don't want to lose my saltiness. I still want to impact an environment. I still want to be the light. The devil loves darkness. Well, guess what? When I show up, bang, the darkness has to leave. We're so glad you're here. I'm going to move out of the way. I want to thank the Westland Church, Mount Airy Westland, for hosting us last night. And then I want to thank this awesome church here at Temple. I think there's about 90 members from this church here today. Don't we appreciate Temple for hosting us? And I'm thankful not only for Temple, but the heart of the pastor of this church. Is there anybody here that drove outside of the state to come today? Where are you from, sir? West Virginia. You're going to get a free book today from West Virginia. Thank you so much for coming. All right. The only one. Only got one. See, the reason I only have one is because I'm always giving away stuff, and Jason is like, Paul, we need to make money, not give away. And I tell him every time, it's more blessed to give. Somebody tell him when he comes up here, everybody say, give.